You know, the United States of America was the greatest country before Trump, and it's the greatest country now after Trump. The white supremacists want to go back. They want to go back to the days when it was legal to own slaves.
You are about to be entertained by the ape, the young man who has become a legend in his own time. You want answers. I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
Alrighty then, welcome everybody. It's the Ron. Welcome. It's the Ron Kelly Talk Radio program, everybody. It's Thursday. It's a day you've all been waiting for. We have the mayoral candidate, Paterson Councilman and Mayoral candidate Alex Mendez is on deck and is about to come on and talk to us about what his plans are for the great city of Paterson, New Jersey. So welcome everybody. If you're having trouble, go to Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube. YouTube is the primary carrier of the Ron Kelly Show, but you can probably still see it on Facebook. It's LinkedIn, it's YouTube, it's blogtalkradio.com, the RonKellyShow.com, all over the place, just all over the place these days. So welcome everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. And here's the man. Here he is. Here's the man. He's Alex Mendez, who is the Paterson Councilman and who is running for to defeat Andre Sayegh. Yeah, that's probably what it's going to be. Alex Mendez is here. Hello, Councilman. Welcome to the program.
Hey, thank you so very much for having me in your show. I'm very excited to be here. It's a great pleasure. Definitely.
Yeah, I appreciate you. Yeah, I appreciate you squeezing me in. I know you got a lot going on right now. You have an event tonight, I believe. What's going on tonight?
Sorry, I'm just trying to connect the Bluetooth. Just give us a second.
Okay. All right. Everybody gets Alex Mendez. So go to YouTube. Everybody can scoot on over to YouTube, and you can check the Ron Kelly Show out there. I believe it's on our Real Talk Live with Ron Kelly as well. Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, all over the place. The Ron Kelly Talk Radio program. So we're waiting for Councilman Mendez to get his Bluetooth straightened out. So while we're waiting for him, everybody go on over to YouTube and you can check out the Ron Kelly Show there. LinkedIn as well, for you LinkedIners like myself who I personally think LinkedIn is a big deal. And I tell you what, if you're looking for a job, if you're a professional person, you can go over to LinkedIn and you might be able to find something. They have lots of tools there. They didn't pay me for this. I'm just singing the praises for YouTube. So we're still waiting. I know if you're watching, you see Councilman Mendez on the screen. Yeah, we're just waiting for.
I think I can hear you a little better now. So.
Okay, great. There you go. Okay, all right. So I guess we better jump right into this because you don't have a whole lot of time. So all right. So congratulations. Congratulations on the.
Listen, just give it. I do apologize. Just give it 1 second. I'm just gonna try to connect the phone with the Bluetooth. It's just getting disconnected. My reception is not really good, but just give us a minute, and I will be writing.
All right, let me take. I tell you what. I'll take a quick break, and I'll come back with you in a second. It's the Ron Kelly Talk Radio program, everybody. And it's on blogtalkradio.com. Yes, indeed, I am the man. What a news cycle this is. This guy has got to go. Trump has got to go. George Floyd snuffed out by this police officer who's supposed to be serving and protecting people.
It's the Ron Kelly Show.
All right, everybody, we're back. It's the Ron Kelly Talk Radio program, and it's on blogtalkradio.com, the RonKellyShow.com, Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, blogtalkradio.com, latalkradio.com, all over the place. Here on a Thursday, it's April 30th already. Man, I still remember what I did on New Year's Eve. The year's flying by so quick. But it's already April 30th. The 1st is tomorrow. So, wow, yeah, the time is flying by. Now, I see Omar, but I don't see Alex, but I do see Omar. Everybody should just hold on, just stand by. You know, these things happen. Everybody just, just hold on. Hold your horses. And we'll be back with you in just a moment with Alex Mendez, who's running for mayor of the great city of Paterson, New Jersey. And I was once a Patersonian. Don't tell you, why are you interviewing somebody who's running for mayor? I was a Patersonian at one time. As a matter of fact, I lived in Paterson for 13 years. As a matter of fact, I landed in Paterson in 2009. I think when, not 2009, 1995. As a matter of fact, during that time, the late congressman, I should say, Pasquale was the mayor of the city of Paterson at that time. That's how long ago that I landed in the city of Paterson, New Jersey. So are we on, Alex? Okay, yeah, we're still waiting for Alex Mendez, who is running for mayor of the city of Paterson, New Jersey, councilman as well. So we're waiting for him. 5th Ward, I think it is. I think he's a councilman in the 5th Ward. Anyway, everybody, if you got any questions, if you have something you want to say to the councilman, you can, add to the stage. Okay, yeah, we're still waiting for Councilman Mendez to,
Hello?
Yes. Okay, are we there? Are we ready?
Hello?
Okay, we're still waiting for Councilman Mendez to, there's an issue he's got going on over there. As a matter of fact, he's got something going on at 7:30, so we got to get moving because he's going to be gone pretty soon. Okay, all right. So you guys are, okay, we're still waiting for them to get together. Let me take another break and come back. It's the Ron Kelly Talk Radio program. Alrighty then, everybody.
Now we're ready.
All right, he's here. The Ron Kelly Talk Radio program is sponsored in part by American Porterfield Transportation. Don't you know, for 45 years or 46 years, American Porterfield Transportation has been providing safe and reliable transportation to and from your destination, school trips, senior trips, casinos, private school transportation, you name it, they can do it. Give them a call, 908-753-6423.
Hello?
908-753-6423.
Hello?
Okay, all right, are we there? Are we in? Are we ready?
I can't.
Are we ready, Councilman? Okay, you know what? I don't know. Yeah, you guys should be, you should be.
Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you. Councilman. I can hear you. I don't know if
I'm
you.
mute.
I can hear you. You're not muted. No, you're not muted. I'm checking the board now. You're not muted. You're good. Okay, let me see here. No, you're not muted, Omar. You're not muted. You're good.
Passato un programma di televisione, ti llamo ora, negra, ok?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. I don't know if you can hear me, but I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you. Okay, everybody, hold on to your horses. We'll see if we can get this thing together. Alex Mendez, councilman and mayoral candidate, great city of Paterson, New Jersey. We'll see if we can get this thing together here. Uh, 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 uh. Let me turn this up. Let me turn this on. Okay. Okay. Okay, Omar, I see you. Okay. Yeah, that's Omar Ledesma, who is the council aide for Councilman Alex Mendez. We're still trying to get this together. Hopefully we can get it right. We got about 20 minutes left for him to join us on the program. And like I said, if you have any comments, you can hit me up. Let me see.
Hello.
Yes.
Yes. Sound is good now.
Yeah, I can hear.
Sounds
yeah,
good?
I can hear you. Okay, are we good?
Sounds good.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, I can hear you, Councilman. But you still can't hear me.
The connection is really, I mean,
Yeah, I can
Can't hear
hear
you.
you. I can hear you.
we got a call. Let's give him a call. Maybe we could put
Or
this-
you can. Or you can log in. You guys can log in with the phone.
Yeah, I'm logging in with my phone, and the audio.
Yeah,
still,
you can
sound
log
still
in with.
doesn't. I can't hear anything.
Okay, you can.
Still.
Hold on a minute. You can.
Hey, brother, Councilman Mendez speaking. How are you? It doesn't. When I log in, it doesn't. I don't hear anything, and I'm using Omar's phone.
You're logging in on the phone.
Yes, on the phone and Omar's cell phone. I don't hear anything. I hear the commercials good. The commercials are good. As soon as you get in, I don't hear anything.
Okay, because I got you. And you logged in with the phone.
With the phone, yes, with the iPhone, with Omar iPhone.
Yeah, I should be able to, because on my end, everything is okay. I should be able to hear you. Okay,
So yeah. I want to check. Okay. Do you hear me now in the studio?
hold on.
Let me hang up.
Yeah,
Hello.
Let's go.
yeah, I can hear you, Omar.
Yeah, I cannot hear you.
Crap.
It's gotta be your connection then.
Because where the phone is good at, so that means when we talk on the phone is good.
Yeah, because I can hear you perfectly. I don't have no problem with hearing you. So I don't know. Oh crap.
Let me just.
Hold on.
Hello?
Yeah, Omar. Yeah, I can hear you, but you can't hear me. You're saying.
Yeah, I can hear you now on the phone, but I can't hear you when I'm in the studio.
Let me see. Okay, let me
Yeah,
see.
the connection. Yeah. Let me see if I could, should I log off to see and then go back on?
Yeah, try that.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that now.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay, everybody. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but I had a little bit of difficulty getting Councilman Mendez into the program. So yeah, we got a lot going on. There's a lot going on. How's the gas prices? Oh boy, yeah. So we're trying to get Councilman Mendez onto the program. We're having a little bit of difficulty. We take a break and come back with more. It's the Ron Kelly Talk Radio.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Omar, can you hear me, Omar?
Yes.
We could hear you now.
Oh, good, good. Oh, boy, finally. Finally. Okay, everybody, it's Councilman Alex Mendez. So let's jump right into this. Let's jump right into this as we lost some time. So, all right, well, congratulations on the court case. You were exonerated, and so how did you feel when you got the news?
I gotta tell you, it was a blessing from God. I pray, and I say, listen, I've been fighting for the last 6 years. I know I keep my innocence. I'll say, listen, I never done nothing wrong. All I have done is just to serve the community, to serve the people. This city gave me everything I have, and it was a fight.
Oh, boy, he disappeared. Okay. Okay, we lost. We're having so many. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, everybody, we take a break and come back with more of the program. Mr. Ron Kelly Talk Radio Show, and it's on blogtalkradio.com. The Ron Kelly Show. All right, everybody, we're back. It's the Ron Kelly Talk Radio program. And it's on blogtalkradio.com, theronkellyshow.com, LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, LA Talk Radio, all over the place. Everybody, we got we got Councilman Mendez. We got him back again. I got, oh, Jesus. Ay, Dios mío.
Oh my God, Jesus, God,
Ay,
God is
Dios
alive.
mío.
God is great, man. God is great. We gotta go through this. We gotta go through this.
Okay, now, so let's squeeze in what we can get in before you have to go to your event now. Okay, so, yeah, I was asking you about how you felt about, when you got the news that, that you were exonerated. How did you feel about that?
Listen, I feel blessed. I feel great. I remember when this whole case started in 2020. My daughter was in high school, and May 7th, this next May 7th, it's her graduation at Howard University in Washington, D.C. When this whole thing started, she asked me, Dad, listen, is that true what they said about you? And I told my daughter, no, I never done nothing wrong. All I have done is to work for the community, help the city. And she told me, listen, fight, don't give up, and don't ever stop fighting. And that's what I did. And listen, God is great. Now I'm exonerated, all charges are dismissed. I'm ready, and I'm ready to concentrate on this campaigning and just to be the mayor of the great city of Paterson. It's time for change in Paterson. It is time for change.
So do you think that maybe your detractors or maybe your enemies, oh, I lost him. I lost Mendez again. Oh, Jesus. Just when I was starting to get going. Yeah, just when I was starting to get going, I just lost Alex Mendez again, everybody. Alex Mendez, who is the councilman who's running for mayor of the great city of Paterson, New Jersey. We'll get back to him in just a minute when we can get him back. I just lost him. So everybody be patient. Be patient, these things happen, in radio. It's part of the, unless you have $1 million studio, it's part of the drill when these type of things happen. But I was asking Councilman Mendez how he felt about how he felt about, okay, all right. I was asking Councilman Mendez, and I had some questions for him. I did have some questions for him. It's 20 minutes past the hour. So yeah, I did have some questions for him. I asked him about how he felt about, being exonerated, even though it was without prejudice, meaning, what without prejudice means is that people can come back and they can come back and bring charges later on, you know. So we'll get it together. We may have to bring Councilman Mendez back. And I've been checking behind the scenes all week long, trying to make sure everything is okay, but these things happen. I think Councilman Mendez is coming back. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey,
Okay, Councilman
listen,
Mendez, let me
we
get
gotta
these
do this.
questions.
We
All
gotta
right,
do.
let me get these. Let
We
me get
gotta
these
do this
questions.
in person.
Yeah, let me get these questions in. Ajos Mios. Let me get these questions in now.
Right.
All right. So, do you think that do you think that there was somebody behind this, or do you think it was just just a really bad mistake on the on the on the prosecutors?
Well,
Do
let
you
me
think?
tell you,
do-
I never lost faith on the justice system. That's the way I always, I was fighting for my innocence, and I never lost faith on the system. I wait for the process. But there's one thing that I know for sure is that the current mayor, he was behind this all the way from the beginning. He was the one giving promotion to this in 2020. You all remember when he was in the news, pointing at everybody else, and speaking about what happened with me, what happened with Councilman Jackson, and so the three candidates that run against him, those are the three candidates that got in trouble. So he used that to go after people. That's not nothing new. There's other people. There's a former school board member from Paterson that could definitely testify that he's good at that. But listen, God is great, and God doesn't like ugly. I mean, we're free, we're exonerated, and listen, I never lost faith. And let me remind the residents that this happened in May 2020. They deny, my right to sit on the chair as a councilman, and they make me do a do-over election. So in November, I run in November, and I got elected in November with those charges on top of me. In 2022, I run for mayor, and I finished second on the race, very close. And in May 2024, I got reelected as a councilman of the third ward. So the community never, the community was behind me, supporting me every step of the way. I never lost my base. My number were increasing in every election, so that was a blessing. I just want to say thank you to all the residents of the city of Patterson, because they never lost faith. They never lost faith in me, and they stay behind me every step of the way. So and now we and we're ready to go into serving this community that is in desperately need of new leadership.
Okay, well, all right, I've seen your ads. I mean, you're not going to be if you become mayor, you're not going to be out there with the garbage guys, right? You- are not going
Listen,
to.
I will
If you're
tell
going to
you,
be, if
I
you're
will
going to
tell
be,
you, when I became,
you're not going to be out there with the garbage guys if you become mayor, right? Because I noticed in your ads,
let me
you
tell
focus a lot on the trash. So you're not going to be
yes,
out there.
because
Yeah, you're not
gotta
going to
tell
be
you,
picking up garbage.
let me tell you, I'm gonna be working with my public work department hand in hands to clean the city of Patterson. I say this over and over. When I became your mayor, in the first 100 days, you're gonna see a city, you're gonna see Patterson clean, you're gonna see the community getting involved. What we need is a leadership. I'm gonna support my public work department. And you got to think about this. Listen, in order for us to do the recycling schedule on time in Patterson, we need 7 trucks, 7 drivers, and 14 helpers. Sometimes we only have three trucks out there, there because we don't have drivers. You know why is that? Because we don't pay the public work drivers enough money. We cannot compete with them. They start in Paterson and they go to any other municipality because they get paid way more money and they get paid a decent salary where they could put food on the table. I'm gonna take care of my public work department. I'm gonna make sure that they get a decent salary, and I'm gonna bring them money to the city. I'm gonna make sure that they get and I'm just excited. I'm asking the voters to just give me the opportunity to serve just one term, and you will see the difference. Patterson need a mayor who care. Patterson need a mayor who's gonna put Patterson first and who's gonna take care of the need of our residents. So I want to make sure that every decision that I make as a mayor impact the life of our residents in a positive way.
Patterson has a lot of issues, one of them being the stress city. And Patterson, it seems, needs money to balance his budget every year. So how do we attack that? How do we put Patterson in a position where it can become a self-sustaining municipality where it doesn't need help every year?
Listen, and I hope I really want to have this interview in person with you because I have a lot to say about this. But the problem that we have in the city of Patterson is that we have a irresponsible mayor, we have a irresponsible administration that they're spending money that they don't have. Let me remind you that 9 members of his cabinet resigned already. We have multiple VA, business administrator, multiple lawyer, corporation counsel. They resigned, and now the UEZ director resigned and left. I never see so many people resigning, directors on any administration in the history of the city of Patterson. And it's because what's going on in the city. Something that happened in the city, this mayor, he's irresponsible in terms of expenditure. He's spending money left and right, and we are the ones suffering for that. That's the reality. And let me remind you that he lost the control of the police department and he lost the control of the building department. The problem that we have to think about how we're going to bring new revenue to the city of Patterson. We're losing millions of dollars. We're leaving millions of dollars in the table. And the building department, it's a clear example. People, they are afraid to go there and try to get a permit to have it to build it to have a construction. When you go out there and apply for a permit, you're putting money on the table. You're bringing money to the city, money that it have to be utilized for you to get the city going. So people they don't go, they refuse it. They prefer to do some construction without permit. I mean, we're leaving a lot of money behind on the table. Something that I'm going to do is I'm going to work with the state.
Having some difficulty with uh, mayoral hopeful Alex Mendez. We're having a little trouble. I think he's in his car. He's in the car. He's getting ready to go to a function. So, so we're having a little bit of difficulties. We may have to bring him back, in a better setting because all of this is done through Wi-Fi, and it's kind of difficult with Wi-Fi, the way, there's interruption. And, there's so many people on Wi-Fi now. They didn't have Wi-Fi and all of this stuff when I was growing up. You had to actually talk to somebody. So you couldn't, you couldn't, low browser, okay, yeah, I see all of these, I see all of these messages I'm getting through. Yeah, I see all the messages I'm getting through. Yeah, yeah.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
All right,
Sorry,
Councilman
we're
Mendez.
back
Yeah,
in.
I know
I'm sorry.
I know
It's kind of
we
it's
going
kind of
through a
difficult
lot,
this
with
time.
Wi-Fi and all. But yeah. So do we need to? I read a lot about people like Florio, for example, getting these tax breaks. If they build a building and they get tax breaks, and a lot of the buildings, the The apartments are market rate.
Yes. Hello.
The apartments are market rate. They're not, made for low income people because Paterson is considered like a poor city. So what do we do about that? I know it's a big question. I know it would take a lot to answer that, but I want to know what your ideas are about that particular situation where they're getting the major tax breaks and the city's not getting anything. Yeah, tax breaks, Councilman. Yeah, I wanted to talk to you about. Yeah, Omar. Yeah, I wanted to talk to. He can't hear me now.
Hey, brother, listen. So I think that can we do it in person or
Yeah, we can. Yeah, we can. We can. I'll let everybody know that we're having some difficulty with the Wi-Fi.
I would love to have this conversation. Listen, what you want to do? I could jump in and and do it in person, and that we could go live. Put
Okay,
it on
well, it's up to you. Well, your schedule is a lot busier than mine, so whenever I'll get together with Omar and we'll see what we can work out.
No, you do it every Thursday. It's a show, or you can do it all.
I do it every Thursday. Yeah, I do it every Thursday.
You want to do it a special because next week. Listen, my daughter graduation it's May 7 at Howard University, which is next week. Next Thursday it's May 7. So I'm gonna be in Washington D.C. next week. But maybe we could do a special show.
Yeah, we can do it on.
So
Yeah, that's fine. We can do it on Wednesday, if you want. We could do it on Wednesday.
You're here in Paterson, right?
I'm in Bloomfield, but I can come to Paterson, no problem. Maybe we can do it in your office or something like that, if that's possible.
Got you. All
Okay,
right,
cool.
Got you, no problem.
All right.
Listen, let's coordinate and do this in person.
All right. Thank you, Councilman. Appreciate you. Thank you for your
And
time.
also, listen, if you could just apologize to the viewers.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I
listen,
will.
I really want to have that conversation, but it's been crazy.
Yeah, I gotta apologize to them because they're already screaming at me, so I gotta apologize to them and let them know that you're gonna come back. So we'll do it in your office, if we can do it in your office.
Let's do it in the office. And let's schedule it for we have 1 second. Even Monday, this Monday, Tuesday. Even Tuesday we do it.
Tuesday's fine. Tuesday is what? Tuesday is, what, the 6th?
The 5th.
The 5th? Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I'll pencil that in. Tuesday the 5th.
All right.
Okay, very good.
And put an ad that, it was disconnected.
Yeah. I'll make sure that people, I'll let them know that you didn't like bail on me. I'll let them know. Okay. All right. Thank you, Councilman. Appreciate you. Thank you. All right, everybody. We're gonna bring Councilman. We're gonna bring the Councilman back. We had some issues with the Wi-Fi. Maybe I need Lamont. Who's producing Lamont Gates' show? I need to holler at Lamont Gates and find out who's producing his show. All right, we'll take a break and come back with more. It's the Ron Kelly Talk Radio program, and it's on blogtalkradio.com, the RonKellyShow.com. Yes, indeed, I am the man. What a news cycle this is. This guy has got to go. Trump has got to go. George Floyd snuffed out by this police officer who's supposed to be serving and protecting people.
It's the Ron Kelly Show.
Alrighty then, we are back. It's the Ron Kelly Talk Radio program. Thank you so much to Councilman Alex Mendez. We had some issues with the Wi-Fi. He was outside. He was doing it from his car. With his council aide, Omar Ledesma, who, thank you, Omar, for hooking everything up. We're going to do another program. We're going to do a live program with Councilman Mendez, the Ron Kelly Talk Radio program, May 5th. Keep that. Write that down. I'm going to make another ad. May 5th, we're going to do a redo of the Ron Kelly Talk Radio show with the Ron Kelly Talk Radio program. And where was all of y'all at? See, this is the problem. Where was everybody at? All your Pattersonians, your people who that those of you who live in Paterson, and this man might be mayor. He's got a good chance. If he can beat down the Sayeg machine, he's got a chance of becoming mayor. And wow, where is everybody? Where are all you people at who should be listening to this man to see what he has to say? See, this is part of the problem. Maybe not particularly in Paterson, but this is part of the problem. How I get it about politics, and nobody wants to be involved with politics. I get it. You feel like you can't get a seat at the table unless you're, you'll never sit at a White House dinner unless you're donating $1 million or more. I get all of that. I get it that a lot of us think like politics will never, our vote doesn't count. I get that. I get that because that's how a lot of people feel. But we gotta get involved. We gotta get involved locally in our areas. We gotta get involved. And a lot of y'all who I was expecting to see here for the Ron Kelly Talk Radio program, it's not just about me, And I'm like, where was everybody when Councilman Mendez was here? Now I know we had some issues with the Wi-Fi because they were outside and they were, and it's hard to do the program under those circumstances because you're dealing with Wi-Fi, and there's a lot of people on Wi-Fi. There's a lot of interruptions. There's a lot of traffic, Wi-Fi traffic. I'm in Montclair. I'm in Bloomfield. Councilman Mendez was in Paterson. But we're going to come back. We're going to do a live program. We're going to do it live in Councilman Mendez's office. So mark the date. I'll make another flyer to put out there. It's going to be May 5th. It's going to be myself and Councilman Mendez. So when I get it together about the time that we're going to do it, I'll put it out there so everybody can listen up because you gotta, don't let what happens in Washington, change. Don't let what happens in Washington because it's depressing. It is depressing because Trump just does what he wants, and well, I'm looking kind of old there. Maybe I might have to put some makeup on before I go in there. But yeah, I know it's depressing. It's depressing in what's going on in Washington with Trump, and he's got control of the Supreme Court, he's got control of the Senate, he's got control of the House of Representatives, he's got control of everything, And I know it's easy to start thinking like, oh, well, why should I even be bothered because my vote doesn't count. Well, locally your vote does count. Who do you want to be mayor of the city of Paterson? Do you want Sayeg? Do you want Michael Jackson? Do you want Andre Sayeg, Michael Jackson? Do you want Councilman Mendez? Did you want Louis Velez dropped out of the race, but for whatever reason? But you guys have to decide who you want to run the city of Paterson, New Jersey. Like many other like Flint, Michigan, and and a lot of these other smaller towns, not the big, behemoths like New York and L.A., Chicago, San Francisco. You have to get involved. We have to get involved. Because like I said, I know it's depressing at what's going on, and you feel like your vote doesn't matter, and the politicians only care about themselves, and in a lot of cases they do only care about themselves. But you still have to be involved. You still have to, we still have to be involved. We still have to get involved because, you want to have at least you have a seat at the table, and you don't have to buy it. The seat at the table is your vote. So vote for who you want. And don't be depressed by what's going on in Washington or what's been happening, because we're easy to, because we think we're not going to get anything out of it. But, we still have to try. Anyway, we take a break and we'll come back with more of this program. It's the Ron Kelly Talk Radio Show, and it's on blogtalkradio.com. Yes, indeed, I am the man. What a news cycle this is. This guy has got to go. Trump has got to go. George Floyd snuffed out by this police officer who's supposed to be serving and protecting people.
It's the Ron Kelly Show.
we are back. It's the Ron Kelly Talk Radio Show, and it's on blogtalkradio.com, the RonKellyShow.com, Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, LA Talk Radio, WBOK, 12:30 a.m. in New Orleans. We are everywhere, and we're doing our thing here on the Ron Kelly Talk Radio program on a Thursday. It's April 30th. There's no April 31st. Tomorrow is the 1st of May. Already. It's the 1st of May. And May 3rd is my mother's birthday. My mother, the late Albertine Kelly Gibson, birthday would have been, well, it is May 3rd. So on Mother's Day, I believe Mother's Day is May 3rd too. So all the y'all out there who still got a mama, you know, I know she be aggy and getting on your nerves sometime. I know mine did too. But, you know, I wouldn't mind being aggravated right now, you know, because if she was still here. Because, you know what? Because she was always right. You know, my mother was always right. My mother wasn't wrong about anything, you know. And whatever she told me, whatever she tried to warn me about, she was right. You know, me, like a lot of other people, forged ahead anyway, hard-headed, and did what I wanted to do. And look back on, and you know, as I'm an older guy, I look back on, you know, the things my mother told me, and she was right. Because I remember, like, you know, I've been married more than once, and so I was mad at my wife, and I tried to go back home to my mother. You know, I mean, I just wanted to get away from her, get away from my wife for a night or so. My mother said, you know what, you better go back home, because you married her, so don't come here, you know. And I was so mad at my mother, like, I'm your son. She's like, no, that's your wife. You married her, and you got to go back home. You go back home to your house and deal with that, because running away is not going to help. You know, she was right. You know, she's right. Like I said, my mother was right about everything. So those of you out there who still got a mother, I know they be aggravated sometimes. You might have issues with some of the stuff they did when you was young, and you know, you might remember some of the beatings you got, or some of the things that you wanted that she didn't want you to have, or whatever your issue might be. Because I know there's a lot of people running around with issues about what happened between them and their mother when they were children, you know. But you grown now, and I tell you, I'd give anything for, you know, if I have a chance to talk to my mother, you know, right now. I would give anything. So again, once again, those of you who still have a mama, no matter what happened in your childhood, you got childhood issues. I know a lot of us do. But, you know, you got to put that to the side and say, hey, I still got a mother. Because there's a lot of us out here who don't have a mother, no longer have a mother. And, you know, we still want that motherly love. Because wifey love ain't the same as motherly love. You know, it's a totally different ball game, let me tell you. And let me be the one to tell you. Anyway, it's 17 minutes before the hour. This is Ron Kelly Talk Radio program, and it's on blogtalkradio.com. It's the RonKellyShow.com. We're on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and we're on WBOK, 12:30 a.m. in New Orleans. Yeah, we're branching out from Wi-Fi and all the issues, you know, that I have here sometimes. And shout out to Alex Mendez. He tried, but we was having some issues. Alex Mendez, who's running for mayor of the city of Paterson, New Jersey, councilman, who was under indictment for a while for what they said he committed voter fraud. But lately, just recently, he was exonerated without prejudice, meaning that if they wanted to come back, they want to gather more information, whatever the case may be, they can come back. So the judge that dismissed it without prejudice. Without prejudice. Now, if he said with prejudice, that would have meant that the law couldn't come back and try to press the charge again against Councilman Mendez. But it was without prejudice, so the story may not be over. But for now it is, and, you know, I'm happy for him. And, you know, I was getting ready to ask him some questions because Paterson, he's got a lot going on. You know, when I first moved to Paterson, Congressman Pascrell was the mayor of Paterson. That's how long ago it was. You know, and then Marty Barnes, who I loved Marty Barnes. Marty Barnes was the man. I mean, he got caught up in some stuff like some people do, like Joey Torres, who was the mayor of Paterson, who got caught up in some stuff. And these things happen, unfortunately, because Marty Barnes could have been the mayor. He could have been the governor if he would have stayed out of trouble. Marty Barnes was charismatic enough; he could have been governor. Because Marty Barnes never had a detail. Marty Barnes didn't have a police detail. Marty Barnes rode around Paterson in the city car by himself because he didn't need a detail. Because everybody loved Marty Barnes, and I remember when he was under indictment. He came because I used to do the show at William Paterson University, WPSC 88.7 FM back in the day, in the early days of it was the Ron Kelly morning show at that time. So we used to do the show in the morning at 9 a.m. And Marty Barnes came all the way up to William Paterson University and came to the studio to do the show with me. He talked about what was going on, and when he got out, when Marty Barnes got out of prison, he only talked to me because other people were trying to get to him, the Herald News and NewJersey.com, and a lot of these folks were trying to get to him to interview him, but he would not talk to anybody but me. I still have that tape of me and Marty Barnes after he got out of prison. He was candid with me. He talked about what went on and what happened, and he talked about how he felt. And I loved Marty Barnes. I thought he was the man. And then this thing happened with these companies that allegedly gave him money or whatever, and he went to prison. There was Marty Barnes, and there was Joey Torres, it was Jeff Jones, and it was Joey Torres again, and now it's Sayeg, and Jeff Jones could have been the mayor a second time, but he stumbled. Jeff Jones, and he, I don't know. I see Jeff Jones online every now and then, but he's not involved in politics anymore, as far as I know. But yeah, so everybody, find out, not just with me. I mean, wherever you see any of these candidates doing, whatever these candidates are doing, forums or debates or whatever like that, get involved. Find out what these guys are talking about. Find out. And you can vote your conscience, and you can vote on when it goes down. Anyway, everybody, and thank you to the people at WBOK AM radio in New Orleans, WBOK 1230 AM. The show is doing really well down there, and I can't see everybody who's on the radio because I get the numbers, later on. But but the Ron Kelly Show is doing very well, and I appreciate everybody who listens, who tunes in, who gets on me, and whatever the case may be. I know a lot of y'all be wanting to get on me. Lamont Gates, in particular, who I was on the radio with at one time, and he has a program, Real Spiritual Talk. Near-death experiences is the topic that Lamont Gates talks about. Near-death experiences, people who say that they died and came back to life, or was near death, very near to death, saw lights in the sky or whatever the case may be, and wound up not dying. So it seems interesting. So check Lamont Gates out, Real Spiritual Talk on YouTube. I'm not sure of the day and time, but just look him up, Real Spiritual Talk, and you'll find him. Anyway, everybody, it's 11 minutes before the hour. It's Ron Kelly Talk Radio program on a Thursday, April 30th, a couple of days away from Mother's Day, Mama's Day, And I talked about my mother a little bit earlier, man, and I hate this time of year, I really do, because I have to go to my mom's grave and put flowers there, whatever, and yeah, I really don't like this time of year, but I'm not depressed because she's in a better place, because we get selfish, a lot of we don't want people to die, and they could be suffering and in all kinds of pain, and we don't want them to die, so we just, I don't care if you're suffering, just stay alive, mothers, fathers, family members, friends, and she's in a better place now because she really suffered near the end. And I have to remind myself of that because we get selfish. You know, we want people to live. You know, okay, so you're sick, but you know, you know, you're dying, you're in pain, but we want people to live. You know, we want them to live, so we get kind of selfish with that. But like I said, she's in a better place now, and you know, and I'm in a better place since since her passing. And I really hate this time of year because her birthday and Mother's Day is just about at the same time. I don't think Mother's Day is this Sunday. Is it? I don't know exactly when Mother's Day is. I think it's the 10th, if I'm not mistaken, the 10th of May, Mother's Day. Mother's Day 2026 is the 10th, yeah. So it's not this Sunday coming, it's next Sunday. But my mother's birthday is this Sunday. Okay, everybody, it's about just about 9 minutes, 8.5 minutes before the hour. So yeah, so here we go. There's a lot going on. I mean, it's just crazy. I watch the news and I try to catch up on stuff. You know, there's a fake ad. There's a lot of fake stuff on social media, so you have to be careful of what you see on social media. There's a lot of fake stuff going on, and one of the things is somebody put a picture up with a mother, a daughter who was 12 years old, and and pregnant, and she has a big belly, and they have a kid. He's 13, she's 12, and the contention is that they are celebrating the girl's pregnancy with a baby shower, and that does happen now. I'm not saying that never happens. That does happen. We be giving baby showers to 16-year-old. I mean, there's nothing happy about that. You know, for me, you know, there's nothing happy about a 13, 14-year-old girl having a baby. That's not happy. You know, and we have people, mostly our people, who be out there, you know, giving baby showers and stuff. I mean, come on. I'm not happy. If my daughter was 13 and she was pregnant, I wouldn't be happy about that at all. No, I'm not giving no baby shower, you know. But there are people who do celebrate teen mom, you know. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't support them and stuff like that, but all of this other stuff, you know, it's just like the people, like the parents who support kids, transgender kids. Now, what the hell is that? You know, transgender kid. A kid decides to, a little boy, for example, 5, 6, 7, 8 years old, decides they want to be a girl. And then as a parent, you honor that. Gender affirming medication, gender affirming surgeries. Oh, I can't take it. I can't. You know, this is somebody, just like the pregnancy, this is somebody who's a baby, you know, having a baby. You know, I mean, this kid is 12 years old, 13, having a baby, and you're going to celebrate that? You're going to be partying because your kid is having a baby at 12 years old? I mean, give me a break. Come on. Knock it off. And then you have these parents who, you know, who the kid wants to be a girl. The boy wants to be a girl. I mean, come on. The boy, you got a boy, can't vote, can't drink, can't smoke, can't drive, you know, can't rent an apartment, I mean, all of these things that a kid can't do, but you're going to support a kid making the biggest decision of their life, and it could be wrong. You know, they could be wrong. How are you going to let a kid make that kind of decision to decide whether they want to be a boy or a girl? It's unbelievable. And you see it all the time on social media now. You know, you look at the man, and I posted about it, the man, I mean, you got to be a parent. You can't be a friend. You got to be a parent. You know, and I'm not, you know, Ward Cleaver, you know, from Leave It to Beaver or Father Knows Best. You know, no, I'm not that at all. But you got to be a parent. Because look what happened with the man, and it's 5 minutes before the hour. Look what happened with the man who, in Florida, for example, let his kid drive his car. I posted about this earlier this week. Let the kid drive the car, no license, too young to drive. Let him drive his car. Gave him the keys. Said, here, go to the store, wherever you're going. You know, so the kid who doesn't really understand the danger that he puts other people in, doesn't understand. Not grown enough. He floors the car, right through a traffic light or a stop sign, and bashes into another car with a grandmother and 3 kids, and the grandmother and the 3 kids die. Now, instead of being a buddy, trying to win your kid's affection or whatever, you know, you're going to give him the car. You should have said no. You should have said no. No, you can't drive my car. You know, because I taught my son to drive, but I was in the car with him. You know, I was with him, and we were off these roads. You know, we were in like this big parking lot, and I taught my son how to drive, but not on the road. So the man gives the car to his kid because instead of being a parent, he's a buddy. The kid kills 4 people in the man's car. So what happens? You know, they scoop the daddy up. You know, after the trial is over, he gets 37 years in prison. 37 years. 37 years in prison. And the kid will get out when he's 19. So I don't know if the kid was his biological kid, you know, or if he was a stepdaddy and trying to win favor with the stepkid, because that happens a lot too. And what happened? So now the father, who is 67, gets 37 years. So he's going to be like 100 by the time he gets parole. You know, and this is what should be happening. Like the father who bought his son a rifle, and you know, and the son was showing signs of melting down. Bought him a rifle for Christmas. He went into school and shot the school up. Now the father is doing life. So you know, we gotta, you know, we have to take responsibility. You know, because now what's happening is law enforcement, the law, the judicial system is taking responsibility and punishing the parents for what some of these kids do. Now, should that be in all cases? No, it shouldn't be. But when there's a clear connection between what that kid did and that parent, then yeah, they should be punished. Yes, they should, absolutely. They should be punished. So enough of my rant. Anyway, shout out to everybody who listens to the Ron Kelly Talk Radio program, especially the people in WBOK 1230 AM. The Ron Kelly Show is going over big. Y'all should be ashamed of yourself up here in North Jersey. The Ron Kelly Show is going over big. WBOK 1230 AM and WBOK 1230 AM in New Orleans. All the way down there in New Orleans, the Ron Kelly Talk Radio Show. It's doing well down there, so, you know, we're going to get it together up here. We're going to, you know, it's a one-man band right now, but we'll get it together once I get some other people to jump on the Ron Kelly Show train. All right, everybody, it's about 45 seconds before the hour, so I want to thank Councilman Mendez. I mean, he tried to come on. We did get a little conversation in. We rescheduled a program for the 5th of May, and we'll be doing it in person, so that's next Tuesday, the 5th of May. I'll keep you posted with the time with that. We'll get back together, and I'll be face-to-face with Councilman Alex Mendez, who was gracious enough, because I did talk to some of the other people. Mike Jackson was kind of lukewarm about it, and Octaruzaman I haven't spoken to yet, so we'll see if we can get to them before the week is up. Anyway, everybody, have a great day. See you back here next week for this is the Ron Kelly Show. So until then, I'd like to say it's nice to be important, but it's more important to be nice. And we may not have it all together, everybody, but together we can certainly have it all. Thank you so much, y'all.